Hey y'all, it's Corey here. It is 6 o'clock on Thursday, and I am off of work and headed over to the spray tan. I actually spray tan all the time. Holy crap, this car is wanting to hit me. I spray tan all the time just because I try not to get into too much artificial sunlight, which I know they say even artificial is better than regular, but the spray tan rocks, and it's $60 a month for unlimited. So anyway, I'm gonna go spray for my first time since my boob job, and I'm so excited because I love to be tan, and I just feel one thing my friend Amy and I always say is tan fat looks better than pale fat, and right now I feel a little bloated. I'm still losing some of this water that I've been retaining. I was down to 129 pounds this morning, so I'd lost a couple of pounds in water over the past day or so. But anyhow, I'm gonna go spray. Still, you know, dealing with the boobs. It's been a week since my surgery, and I am, if you can see, I've got on a dress, and then I've got a tank top on underneath, and then my sports bra. Tried to keep the sports bra concealed, but that's not the easiest task in the world. But my boobs are, you know, they're sitting, I don't know, they're not sitting crazy high, but, you know, they're up there. But they're starting to fall, which is cool because I'm feeling a little more natural and not so store-bought looking, but I still want a little bit of a store-bought look once they've all settled in. I'm kind of freaked because this morning I was trying on a real bra, and when I started this, you know, like a couple days after the surgery, I was wearing a 36C when I would put on the bra, which I was like, okay, cool, that's like a 34D. Well, today when I tried it on, and keep in mind I've lost like 10 pounds of water weight that I just retained, like swelling wise after the surgery, so I've dropped 10 pounds of that. I'm a 36D today, which is 34 double D. Oh, whoa. So that kind of scares me because I don't want to be that big. You know, they say when you drop in fluff, basically when your boobs fall into the thing, they expand a little bit and your muscles relax and you become a little bit bigger. I am hoping I don't get bigger than that. I'm hoping they maybe shrink a little bit as the swelling goes down, but they're getting pretty soft, so I'm feeling good about that. But as you, I mean, you can see the cleavage. It's, you know, right here, it's still up high. Let's see. I have not been in too much pain. I didn't take a muscle relaxer last night. All I took were, I'm not really sure what I took. They were like 6 ibuprofen or something like that. I'm not really sure, or 4 or whatever Sandy, my friend, had on her, because I left my my Tylenol or whatever at work. So I had that again this morning at work, and you know, slept through that fine. And actually, I woke up this morning for the first time not feeling that like crazy tightness across my chest, and I didn't even take the muscle relaxer. So I feel like I'm coming into a clearing now in the brush, and I'm so excited because I'm able to breathe better. I'm just feeling like myself again, and I'm not in this fog anymore because I'm not taking any of the narcotics. Like, I don't know. I'm so happy. You know, all of those, you know, the anesthesia and all the pain meds, like, totally messed with my emotions, and I was an emotional wreck for a lot of the past week. So I'm just feeling so good and so much more like me again. You know, I am feeling some pain. I'm not going to say that there's not any, but like I said, it's pretty much like what you feel before you start your period when your boobs get sore. What else? I've got another appointment next Wednesday with my doctor. He's going to remove the surgical tape, which is still under. I did have a little bit of a blister from the surgical tape. I can't remember if I told y'all that or not. But I've just got really sensitive skin anyway. What else? He said just put Neosporin on it. I think starting next Wednesday I'm going to be able to start doing like rubbing the vitamin E on my incision area, and I'll be able to take vitamin E orally. And actually my surgeon, Dr. Davis, recommends taking the vitamin E orally forever while you have your implants because it helps with the capsular construction. Let's see, my left breast is not sitting as easily as the right one, and it also feels a little bit harder, but I also think that's because even though I write with my right hand, I'm predominantly left hand with everything else that I do. So I think that could be why the muscle could be a little bit stronger in my left side. My back is hurting, which has been a crazy thing to deal with because I've never had to worry about that. But yeah, it's hurting. So I'm just having to remind myself constantly, you know, sit up and whatever. I'm going to work on some, you know, back exercises to get my core back strong again. So that's one of the first things apparently that goes when you're not working out, and that's what I'm missing. I am missing working out. Oh my gosh. I cannot wait to get back and start sweating it out and, you know, getting my body back and feeling like I'm, you know, getting in shape, because, you know, you can have, whoa, they look really high right now. They're not as high as they look, but, you know, you can have pretty boobies, but if you've got nothing else pretty, you know, if you don't have a pretty heart, if you don't have a healthy body, there ain't no point in having pretty boobies. So, anyway, I guess that's it. You know, any questions, like always, you know, you can send me a private message, you can send me, you know, a comment on here, whatever you would like. I know this is dangerous what I'm doing, and this jerk just sped up behind me. That's cool. Nobody wants to let anybody over in Atlanta traffic. All a girl wants to do is get her tan on, darn. Anyway, if anybody has any questions, let me know. I'll be glad to answer. And, man, my boobs are looking high right now. That's so funny. Wow. All right. Peace. Have a great day. And, you know, I don't know what the weather's like where you are, but here in Georgia, it's been absolutely beautiful. And, you know, I just woke up this morning just kind of with this renewed sense of just being thankful, especially after being so foggy for a couple of days. It's really wonderful to just wake up and breathe the air that, you know, God gave me. And I don't know, I'm very thankful. I know this is all a superficial thing, and that's one thing I want to continue to stress is this doesn't bring happiness. You know, to me, a relationship with Christ and, you know, finding myself brings true happiness over anything else. So, you know, I hope everybody, when you're watching this, you know, people want to say, you know, I'm superficial or whatever, and that's fine. But if you look at me, it's not like I wear a ton of makeup, although I probably need to. You know, I'm just me, and I want everybody to remember that true happiness comes from within, and within means your spirit. And to me, your spirit is guided by the Holy Spirit, which is, you know, Jesus Christ. And so, anyway, I'll get off my soapbox, but, yeah, look for that true happiness within. And any questions, let me know. I will try to answer my best I can. Thanks.